Welcome back to the ABK Six Nations 2026, a tournament where 6 teams compete for our coveted real-life trophy by playing the Rugby Sevens game in Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. This is part of an ongoing series, so you may want to begin at episode 1, which is linked in the description. Last time, Vicky and the Crushing Koopas pulled off their first win against Jack and the Brave Boos, when a last-second try attempt was unsuccessful. Nick and the Hooting Hoskins made what could be the biggest upset of the tournament so far, as they just edged out the Chaotic Kongs and ended Alex's dreams of a Grand Slam. And in the final game, Tere and Las Condoritas demolished the Rusty Robots in a 75-0 victory. Maybe we should have set the difficulty higher for the CPU. With just 3 points between 1st and 5th, every team will be ready for a fight as we enter. In round 4 we have Condoritas vs Boos, and the Kongs will have their chance to score big against the robots. But first, Koopas vs Hoskins.
Super Mario.
Vicky and Nick will be competing for the ABK Jiggy, which is the flagship match of the tournament. With our 2 main channel contributors going head to head, who will take the Jiggy home this year? Match preview. A close first half last year was followed by one of the most one-sided second halves of the whole tournament. The Koopas lost control and ended up suffering what is still their worst ever defeat at the hands of Nick and the Hooting Hoskins, with a score of 43-12. Both teams are firing on all cylinders after their third round wins. This should be a close match. Your next game is a big one for you. It is the Jiggy, the ABK Jiggy. What have you been doing to prepare for it this time?
Psyching Nick out, just getting in his head, getting in his play, like he is not going to beat me again. Jack's just felt it and Nick's about to feel it. Yeah!
Close game again, but you won. A win's a win.
A win's a win. Ecstatic, yeah.
You were the conversion king this time.
Yeah. I just wish Mario would speak to me again, but it seems like the therapy did go well, so...
The ABK Jiggy.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I'm scared about this one.
The main rivalries. Last time, you secured it pretty handily.
Okay.
It was, I think, 43-12.
I've been watching Vicky's performance though as a coach, and very good intuition. Like, the team clearly has a good bond. They've done very well so far, so obviously I'm worried, but you know, we've worked hard as a team.
The Koopas kicked off to the Hoskins, who had a suspiciously easy time walking the ball in for an early lead.
What the f***? Where are you guys? Yes! Oh no! Not that guy!
The kick was a tight angle and narrowly missed, making the score 5-0. The Hoskins kicked to restart and the Koopas kinda just... watched.
Oh yeah, get out! Someone f***ing get it! Really? What the f***?
They love doing that.
Eventually they did collect the ball and began their attack, but they were tackled and the Hoskins stole the ball. A weak Koopa defence flailed as the Hoskins walked in their second try from the captain Mario. He kicked the conversion and it made the score 12-0. The kickoff once again was a struggle for the Koopas, but this time the counterattack was stronger. The Hoskins missed a super tackle and the Koopas made their way down the left-hand side, and with a few passes they got their own first try. This one was nice and central and was easily converted by Shadow. 12-7. The game kicked off again, and this time the Koopas didn't hesitate. They super tackled straight away, stole the ball and attacked. The Hoskins managed to tackle and ruck the ball back into their possession, and for a while they had a good go at running it downfield, but a super tackle from Shadow stopped them in their tracks. A Koopa attack met some strong Hoskins defence, but little by little the Koopas made their way upfield, until a pass to Bowser Jr. secured them their second try. A kick put the Koopas ahead just ahead of the halftime whistle. Halftime score, 14-12 to the Koopas. The second half began, and once again the Koopas struggled with catching the ball.
Someone catch it! Someone catch it! Honestly guys, someone freaking catch it!
The Hoskins tackled and stole possession, and after battling some Koopa defenders, they scored their third try. With the kick, the score was now 19-14, and the Hoskins were back ahead. There was a big improvement in the restart as the Koopas actually caught the ball, and then they pushed their way upfield, passing the ball and avoiding tackles to score their own third try with Yoshi. Yoshi's boot made the score 21-19. The Hoskins began attacking once again, and despite passing to avoid a super tackle, another tackle was made and possession was turned over. Bowser Jr. found a gap and rushed the ball in, getting the Koopas their bonus point try. The kick, however, bounced off the post. 26-19. Crunch time for both teams. A Hoskin attack was stopped and the ball went out for a line out. Neither team caught it, but Yoshi collected for the Koopas and passed along the line to where it reached Eggman. Daisy super tackled Eggman and the Hoskins retook the ball, but a poor pass gave the ball back to the Koopas. The ball went out for another line out, and this time the Hoskins stole it from the Koopas. The Hoskins attacked, but Knuckles was tackled. The Koopas got the ball back, and a run from Yoshi found their 5th try. The kick missed, but the Koopa lead was extended to 12. The final whistle sounded as the game kicked off again, and the Koopas had pulled it off. They had their biggest loss ever to Nick last year, but this time they held on and won a very competitive game. The Crushing Koopas have won the ABK Jiggy and taken away the full 5 points. Final score: Crushing Koopas 31, Hooting Hoskins 19. Condoritas vs Booze. Also a 4th round match last year, Tere and Jacques go head to head in this must-win match. Match preview. Las Condoritas have had a much stronger tournament up to now, and the Brave Boos have been incredibly unlucky, especially with their last game against the Koopas. Last time this game had an incredibly close first half, ending just 5-0 to the Boos, before they ended up winning 24-0 in the end. What will happen this time?
What we need to be careful with is like the fact that Tails sometimes like get too much into his head. So I think he needs to, he needs to avoid being overconfident.
Does he have an ego?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's big.
Next game is the Brave Boos. What do you think of them this year? Are you confident?
We're winning.
Yeah?
Yeah, we are going there, and we own that game already.
Are you confident going into this game? Do you think you can win?
We're nervous. It's going to be a bit of a swap up, I think, in the team. We were reliant on the girls last time, and Peaches has let us down bad.
Yeah.
I think we'll keep Daisy. She's done all right, but
Yeah.
I think we need a few swap outs.
This game had a false start as one of the teams accidentally recruited another team captain.
Who are you, and what are you doing here?
But it was quickly fixed and they had another go. The game started for real and a Boo attack was halted by a Condorita tackle. Tails picked up the ball and passed off to Silver, and the Condoritas were making progress towards the Boo try line. A last minute tackle prevented a try, but the Boos panicked and threw the ball out behind the try area, which led to a scrum right in front of the Boo try line. Las Condoritas won the scrum and Tails ran the ball in for their first try. The kick went wide and the score was 5-0. The game restarted and the Boos began attacking, getting the ball to Daisy on the left hand side. A tackle knocked the ball free and it ended up out for a line out. The Boos won the line out and passed to Vector, but a Tails super tackle got the ball back for Las Condoritas. Las Condoritas ran the ball down the pitch, passing and dodging tackles, and a pass to Tails got the job done on their second try. This time the conversion went through and the score was 12-0. Bowser caught the ball on restart and ran directly at Las Condoritas, avoiding the first few tackles, but he was eventually caught and handed off the ball to Daisy on the wing. Eggman super tackled for the ball and it was back with Las Condoritas, who headed back towards the Boo end of the pitch. Jack defended well, but Tere found a gap and scored try number 3. The kick was done well and the score was 19-0. A Bowser run was ended before it could start by Silver, and Las Condoritas secured their bonus point try before half time. The first half ended and the score was 26-0 to Las Condoritas. The Boos needed stuffing to get them going in the second half. Las Condoritas had a sloppy take of the ball from the kickoff, and the Boos were able to apply pressure. The two sides fought for possession, but eventually Wario, like the reliable player he's proven to be, ran the ball in to put some points on the board for the Boos. The kick made the score 26-7. Was this the start of the comeback? Las Condoritas responded immediately with a run from Silver, dodging multiple Boo players and putting down their 5th try. Silver kicked and made the score 33-7. The Boos kept this blow for blow going with another attack ending in another try from a Boom Boom. The conversion was scored and it was 33-14. It looked for a moment like Tree was going to keep the tit for tat going as she attacked again, but this time Daisy super tackled to retake the ball. However, Las Condoritas had their own super tackle and stole back possession right on the try line. But still, they couldn't get the score as Jack found a way to snatch the ball back. The Boos headed downfield and Jack thought he was out of danger.
Oh!
Oh, you're alone now.
Get moving, moving.
Oh fuck. Eggman found a gap and despite some great defending from the Boos, Las Condoritas found their 6th try with Silver. The conversion was missed, but Tree was now ahead, 38-14. In the final moments of the game, the Boos found one more gap.
Get away from me.
The Boom Boom ran the ball in and kicked through the posts. The final whistle blew and brought the game to an end. The Brave Boos were unlucky at times, but Las Condoritas soared above them today, taking away the key points for winning plus the try bonus. Bowser will be licking his wounds as another game just didn't go his way. Final score: Las Condoritas 38, Brave Boos 21. Kongs vs Robots.
Okay.
It's the Kongs taking on the Robots, or at this point do we just say taking down? The Robots have struggled and the Kongs will be looking to take home a big win. Match preview. So we decided this year to keep Robots at the medium, quote, hard difficulty for a second year, and looking back, maybe this was a mistake. If they ever need to come back, which I kind of hope they don't, we'll put them up to very hard instead. Anyway, let's watch the DK crew do a demolition. What a close game.
It was chaotic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were calling you king of conversions, but...
The chaotic Kongs being the king's conversions. What sort of...
alliteration.
What sort of alliteration is that? Some sort of colossal catastrophe it turned into. But Nick pulled up a good game. Maybe we got a bit cocky, I don't know. But yeah, disappointed. But we go again, and we're looking good for the championship.
The game started pretty much as you'd expect. It took just 13 seconds for DK and the Kongs to turn the ball over and run in their first try past the Robots. The kick made the score 7-0. Another try followed in just 16 more seconds. A third after 13 more seconds. The score was 21-0. A fourth try looked like it was there, but this time the Robots were able to defend and turn the ball over. The Kongs kept the pressure up, but the Robots kept defending, and eventually Bowser was able to get free and begin running downfield. Not that it lasted very long, as a super tackle ended the run. This time the Kongs went the whole way and got their bonus point try with 20 seconds still left in the first half. The Robots put up a strong resistance when the game restarted and held off to half time without conceding any more points. The whistle was sweet relief on a bruising first half. The second half was a better display from the Robots. They put a lot of pressure on in the beginning and began making their way towards the Kong try line. The Kongs defended well, and after winning a scrum, they got the ball to Shadow, who immediately ran the ball away from danger and secured try number 5. The 6th try immediately followed from a quick attack, and with all kicks on target, the score was 42-0 to the Kongs. The Robots then tried again with some resistance, with some tackles, and even Yoshi deciding just to try going home with the ball, but it ended up being a line out. The Kongs won the line out, but even then they struggled to make progress on the field. Eventually DK got the job done with a 7th try and 7th conversion. Shortly after the restart, the final whistle blew and the Kongs walked away with 5 points, but at times some tough robot resistance. This is a big win and sets the Kongs up well ahead of the final round. Final score: Chaotic Kongs 49, Rusty Robots 0. Play of the round. There were some great back and forths this round, especially the period of blow for blow tries in the second half of Condoritas vs Booze. But the Chaotic Kong scoring 3 tries in just 45 seconds was a really fast start to that game. Yoshi running in try number 5 for the Koopas was also a key moment this round as it secured their win. As we end the penultimate round, let's take a look at how things stand. The Rusty Robots remain on 0 points and 0 points scored. The Brave Boos are still in 5th following their 3rd loss of the tournament. With her win, Vicky and the Crushing Koopas have ended up in 3rd, ahead of Nick and the Hooting Hoskins, who have dropped down to 4th. Just 1 point ahead of Vicky are Alex and the Chaotic Kongs, who remain in 2nd, just behind Las Condoritas, who are the frontrunners by a single point. There are 3 teams that can win as we head into the final round. Who will be the 2026 ABK Six Nations champion? Next time! In our final round of matches, Las Condoritas will face off with the Crushing Koopas. Last time this game was about avoiding the wooden spoon, but this year the winner could decide the whole tournament. Nick and the Hooting Hoskins take on the Rusty Robots. Nick is very conscious that the Robots have not scored any points yet. Will this continue, or will the Hoskins concede a try? And in the final game of the tournament, the Chaotic Kongs take on the Brave Boos. Alex and the Kongs are still in with a shot at the trophy, but can Jack and the Boos stop his plans? As always, leave us with your score predictions in the comments. Like the video if you're enjoying the ABK Six Nations, and we'll see you next time for the finale. Bye!